So we've made a lot of tutorials for free skates on this channel, but rarely do we show somebody actually learning. Today, I thought I'd bring Eric on the channel. What would you say your experience is with the throwback?
I tried it, but never succeeded or got close.
What do you think you're struggling with before we get started?
Because sometimes the throw, it actually throws properly, but then I can't get it to combine properly.
Yeah, I think the throwback is one of those tricks that looks very hard, especially from a beginner's perspective, but I feel like under the right instruction, it's actually very doable. Like, it's something that I think you could achieve today with our help. The feeling that we're trying to get across is coming here in person and actually learning from us. So this is a throwback. Let's see your first attempt at it.
Here we go.
What do you think happened there?
I think I spun too early and didn't release it properly.
Okay, give it one more go. Okay, a couple things happened. I would say the first time you got in the way of yourself, so you didn't clear your front leg. On that second one, I think you just threw it too hard.
Yeah.
So for this next one, try and just make sure you are clear of that front leg, so throw it behind you, but don't make the throw too strong.
Gotcha.
That was good. So for this next one, I would recommend you help the skate a little bit. So instead of thinking of it as a throw, what I want you to do is help the skate forward instead of throwing it. Slowly move the skate forward like this. Like, you see how I'm doing a Tokyo? Don't do a Tokyo, but like same sort of idea. Slowly move it forward instead of giving it a chuck.
All right.
And then just lift your foot up. Good. Make sure to keep your toe pointed down. That was good. I think that deserves another try. That was pretty good.
That was a better feeling.
So you don't have to reach for the skate so much. When you throw the skate, you're throwing it behind you, right? So it's gonna end up sort of over here instead of like right in front of you. The skate's actually gonna land over there. So what I want you to do this time is actually overturn. So instead of doing just a 180, go a little bit further and plan for your weight to fall towards your back or your new front. So over here, like, plan for your weight to fall in that direction, because if you don't, you're gonna be reaching for that skate too much.
Gotcha.
Instead of 180, do like a, I don't know, 190 or something. So that was great, but make sure you remember the previous tip of carry it forward with you. Because with the throwback, you're throwing it and your center of mass, just like with the 180, is slowly moving forward with you. If you just throw it and forget to move your torso, you're gonna get left behind.
Gotcha.
As you're rotating your shoulders, make sure you bring the skate forward, but then your body along with it. A lot of things to think about at once with this trick. That's why it's difficult. You're focusing a little too much on the throw there, I think. The throw should really just be what I was saying earlier about guiding it forward, and the actual disconnect is just that. It's just lifting your foot off a skate. So all I'm gonna do right here for this example is slowly bring it forward, and then I'm just gonna lift it. I'm gonna stop touching it while my toe is pointed down. That's different from if I were to try and throw it, which makes it topple over. Good. That was good. So I'm gonna try and demonstrate what you just did right there. So it looks pretty good. You helped that skate forward, but you kind of had to reach for it. You didn't quite overturn. Not just your legs, but I want your torso to also fall in that direction. Make sure that skate comes with you though. Like that time you didn't really help it forward, I don't think, actually.
So I think the combining the two is more of the trick to get it smooth.
There's about 3 or 4 things you need to focus on.
And it's like a timing thing too.
One thing that I don't think we've gone over that I think you're doing very well right now is rotating your shoulders. But I think that's because you already know how to 180. That was a good try. That was a good try.
Oh, that didn't work.
The things that you're trying to put together are 1, rotating your shoulders, 2, actually guiding the skate forward with your foot. Nice. 3, pointing that toe, and 4, overturning so you actually have a correct position to land. What I like to think of this trick as is combining the 2 most important in my opinion, which is the rotation and the slowly bringing that skate forward. I would say 1 to 1. At the same time, I'm doing a rotation And as I'm rotating, I'm bringing the skate forward slowly. And then the third piece of the puzzle is just finally landing it with that overturn. How are you feeling so far?
Thinking probably need a few more sessions, but I mean, I understand the theory, but the muscle memory's not there.
Nice. So let's see, I'm trying to think of what can help you land it here. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is the setup. Combining the rotation with this thing, like bringing it behind you and really bringing it forward before you let it go. Because you can kind of hold that position for a bit. Like you could. Good. Really bring that forward with you. Good. Good. Give it its own path, right? So it's behind you. Yeah, you're kind of dropping it too early. I would say this is kind of a weird tip, but hold on to the skate for longer.
Okay.
Like wait till later in the rotation to let it go. But use that time to actually bring the skate forward. Like you can wait to drop it, but that's not gonna mean anything if you haven't moved the skate. There you go. A little strong on it, but that's the right idea. The look that you want is that setup of the two things, the rotation and bringing it forward like this. Those two things are happening at the same time. This and this, slowly. Whoa, wait a minute. Woohoo! That came out of nowhere.
I came out of nowhere. I went zen with myself. Because I
That's
stopped
cool.
trying to force it and I just like, let's get the feel. It's like feeling the force, almost. I didn't expect that either.
So at this point in the video, Eric has landed his first throwback, which looked amazing, but by no means does he have it down yet. So for the rest of this session, we're gonna go through 10 more tips to help you guys land your first throwback. Really hope you guys are getting some value so far, and let's get to those next 10 tips.
I think one thing that I didn't go over is the tip of like, when you're throwing it with the motion and not like throwing it back as the name would imply. So if you were to throw the skate back in the sense of just directly behind you, it's gonna do that topple thing. Or if you mix forward with back, it's gonna do that weird thing that it does for like every beginner. So as long as when you throw it, you're throwing it with the direction of the wheels, and that'll apply for like every throw trick, right?
Yep.
Like as long as you throw it with the motion, you should be good. So I think you should try that again, but that was good. Sometimes it just comes out of nowhere. And that was your first land?
That was the first land ever.
That's cool.
The first clean land. Or first land, actually. I haven't even landed it messily. Just straight up, just like, I'm done for the day. Mic drop. That was like a Gabe level.
Gabe level throwback. Whoa, I mean, hey, that was good.
I think one of the things that actually is the most helpful, if I feel like it's not gonna go, just bail. Because the very first time I tried this, I ate it. And then it dropped my confidence down way low, and I haven't attempted it for months. So, or until the last few weeks, but like really tried.
So I'm really throwing you into this.
Sort of, but I've been slowly working it up.
Okay. Yeah, I guess better to bail than to eat it.
Well, same mistakes.
You're really giving it the speed that it needs to get on the other side of your body. And that's all you're doing.
Oop.
The thing that you're doing well today that a lot of people struggle with is repeatedly getting in the way of the skate. A lot of people, they will turn the trick into a turn. To avoid turning into the skate, I would wait to the last second to snap, just like with a 180. Your shoulders should be all you need to help you pivot. It shouldn't be one big long turn, but rather, if you turn your shoulders correctly, you should be able to translate it later into. There's a brief moment where my front foot did a little pivot there, but you're doing fine. Your main thing is just giving the skate the speed it needs to go clear the way around. Try and keep it tight too. It doesn't need to be such a big trick. You can keep the skate close to you as long as it's clearing your front leg. Yeah, another thing is try and match your center of mass, like your torso, with that skate coming forward. So your skate's coming forward with your body. Good. Keep that toe pointed. Throw with the direction of the wheels to avoid the topple. Good. It's not a throw. You're doing all the work for the throw is done up until you release your leg. There's no actual like impact. Try and eyeball the skate. That's something I didn't mention yet. When you're turning, like make sure you look for, because you should pretty soon be able to see it if you're turning your shoulders correctly, and lock onto it, because whenever I'm doing my throwbacks, I'm always looking for it. It's never gonna land in the same spot. It's like target practice in that sense. Good. It might sound counterproductive, but if you give it a little more power, the skate might throw a little more smoothly, as long as you give that the power in the correct direction. Because like I was saying earlier, like if you give it a lot of power, but like you're throwing it wrong, like it'll bounce and go all over the place. The toe needs to be down, and the effort of the throw needs to be along exactly in the direction of the wheels. So you're helping it nowhere but forward. But you could try putting the skate more like this on your toe just to experiment. It might help the skate lean a little better. Yeah, the setup, I liked the setup on that one. Because the throwback has like a classic like look to it whenever somebody's like setting up for it.
I think what helps as a beginner is getting that toe, like you said, more to the foot back more, so you...
Like positioning on the skate?
Yeah, just for learning, because I've been focusing more on putting the toe back more, and it's been more consistent.
It might also help to like on different attempts combine like, because 5 things at once is I feel like too much to take in, while like combining, like picking 2 and like thinking about them. So I think your biggest one, your number 1 is going to be bringing that skate forward, helping it to the other side. Maybe number 2 can be like keep your toe pointed while you're bringing it forward. Throw it forward and keep that toe down. Didn't throw it forward. You did something with the toe, but you didn't throw it forward. It's all done before the throw. Yep, just a little more of that and you'll have it. Got it, come forward.
Yeah.
If you want to make it a part of the pump like this, like where it comes at the right timing within the pump, kind of like 1, 2, 3. Really bring the skate forward with you. Toe down. You want to make sure you pick up your foot while you're bringing it forward, because I think what you might be doing is trying to bring it forward, stopping, and then lifting your foot. But like I guess, how do I say it? Like mid-effort, like while you're bringing it forward, your foot needs to be gone. Okay. So it can keep its speed. It needs to happen at the same time rather than one after the other.
Cracks, so we'll bypass these cracks, and then...
Good. How about only this time, the only thing you should be thinking about is toe down, and the throw should be in the direction of the wheels. Keep the toe down throughout though. Good throw. I could tell you were thinking about it too, because your body didn't come around to catch it. One thing that might happen if you don't point your toe down is the skate might drop, bounce, and then tip the other way. Like that. Instead of going directly into turning this way, turn to the right first to wind up.
Oh, I see.
So turning like this. Just to kind of spring your body in that direction. I think it kind of helps your foot carry through. How many more do we want to do? So let's give it a number.
I think no more.
No more?
I'm like burned out.
You're burned out? You landed one today.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Did you expect to land one or not? Like,
Probably not.
honestly,
No.
did you like?
Did not expect to land at all. And especially the way it landed.
A lot of it's a mindset thing. Once you land it, like I think next time coming out, trying this trick, it's gonna be a lot more easy to get in the groove, because you can like believe in yourself at that point and you know it's possible.
Yep. I feel like that's the same way with the 180s when I first learned it. But once I hit it, couldn't hit it again. And then the next time, it was like, oh, I'm hitting it half the time now.
You start closing the gap.
You start closing the gap.
This was definitely cool to see, because this was my first trick I ever landed. So I know that feeling of like landing that first throwback and being like, what am I riding right now?
This is the ideal trick that whenever you're under skates and everybody's like, what are those? Are they attached? And if you can actually figure this one out, it's just kind of like a cool little, you know, without going too crazy.
One of the staple tricks in free skating.
Well, congratulations on your first throwback. Here's to many more.
Thank you both for.
Feel free to let us know what you thought of this format down below. We can make a lot more videos like this, not just the throwback. It can be for something as advanced as a really complicated kickflip trick, or it can be something like pumping or just getting started. So let me know what you want to see, and we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to
roll with us.
Roll with us.